Is this the world's best ambitious card? Well, spoiler alert, it's not just that. G'day champion, how you doing? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. I'm of course Bo Creamer, and today we're checking out the tastiest little ambitious card to finally hit the market. But before we get into today's episode, I do want to tell you about this episode's very giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Ambitious Magic Bundle, all you need to do, stick around till later on in this episode, and I'll show you how to enter that very giveaway. Now, the Ambitious card has been a legendary effect and a classic of Magic for absolutely decades. And the new version hit the market just last week. So today we're going to find out absolutely everything you need to know about amVicious by Victor Zatko. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first saw this effect, it completely stumped me. I thought I had an idea, then when I just watched the explanation, it threw me for a mile. I didn't expect the gimmick to be what it was. But look, I'm so sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we get into any of that, we need to see a full performance of amVicious right now. Victor? Over to you. Now you're looking for a little bit more Murphy's Magic, a little bit more exclusivity. There's something you're not going to see everywhere else. Well, my friends, we have the thing for you. Introducing Murphy's Membership. Now in this little ditty, you're going to get free membership tutorials. Also behind the scenes exclusives at New Effects, where we break down absolutely everything you need to know, even show off the gimmick live on stream, or in tasty little reels and clips just for members only. You also get your name in every single Murphy's custom content video on YouTube, as a special little thank you for being awesome. If you want to check out these member tiers, link in the description below. Go treat yourself.
This one is going to be very quick. Here I have the Ace of Diamonds with a signature on top of it. I put it aside and take a rubber band that I place all around my deck of cards. So it is very complicated for me to manipulate now. Place the Ace of Diamonds in the middle of the deck, face up with the rubber band all around the deck. Now I have a question for you. Do you think that the Ace of Diamonds is actually in the middle of the deck or not?
Poet.
Maybe not.
See, how clean is that ambitious card? In the middle, straight to the top, absolutely sensational. Now, do you think you know how it was done? Because I honestly thought I did, and I was proven so wrong. So let's get into the breakdown right now. And to kick off this breakdown, we're going to have a special guest with us right now to tell you a little bit about the history of amVicious and how it was created. Victor, welcome back, my friend. Take the reins and tell this absolute legend everything that you want to tell them. Here's Victor.
Hello everyone, this is Victor Zatko from Dual Magic, and I'm here to talk about amVicious. This is our new release. It is an ambitious card routine that is insanely direct. You put the spectator's card in the middle of the deck, or the spectator can do it by himself. You can see that it's the spectator's card until the last second, but it immediately comes into the first position. There is no move, there is no misdirection whatsoever, it's as direct as that. I've always been obsessed with ambitious card routine. I tried a lot of different methods, with gimmicks, with moves and everything. And for me, the most direct version that I have is the one that we have here. It has been inspired by a lot of methods, such as Daryl's. So if you don't know Daryl's work, you type Daryl ambitious card routine and you will find a masterclass on the internet. The climax of his routine directly inspired amVicious. We have a major twist on this so that we can do a lot of impossible things that couldn't be done before. And also it allows to do different kind of routines with the deck being directly in the card case. You can also do rising cards and other things like that. Okay, I don't spoil too much. And that's it. So I'm sure you will find applications that we have not found yet with amVicious, and I will be super happy to see them. So do not hesitate to write to me, and I'll be super happy to answer any questions that you might have on this product. Thank you again and have an amazing day. Ciao, ciao.
Well, there you go, you cutie patootie, straight from the horse's mouth. Now, what do you get inside the box when you pick up amVicious? Well, inside the amVicious box, you're going to get the brilliant gimmick. Now, this gimmick is about the size of a deck of cards. It's extremely well made and made from durable material that's not going to break very easily. The gimmick does come in red and blue versions, but also if you do want to customize it yourself, you can definitely do so. It's not taught on the explanational video, but once you get it in your hot little hands, you'll understand quite quickly how you can change it for absolutely any deck you like. Now, if you're too excited about amVicious and you don't want to sit around for the rest of this episode and you want to pick up amVicious right now, I totally understand, my friend. You can pick it up right now via a link in the description to a magic shop, or you can get it worldwide at your favorite magic shop for $39.95. And you need a skill level of a beginner magician to do it. Now, the tutorial itself, is it good quality? And are you going to struggle watching it? Absolutely not. This is shot, I think, in Victor's home. It's beautifully lit and also incredibly easy to understand, considering English isn't Victor's first language. That's right, the tutorial comes in 2 different languages, English and French. It has multiple camera angles throughout the tutorial showing you what's going on with the gimmick and running you through absolutely everything. Even though I didn't have the gimmick in my hands, I could follow along absolutely perfectly. Hats off to Victor though, he goes over everything several times and in incredible detail. So honestly, you're never going to be left wondering what has just happened. Now into the nitty gritty, what do you actually learn on the explanation? Well, in this explanational video, you learn the very basic routine that you see in pretty much all the performances, but it doesn't stop there. You also learn a routine that can be performed completely surrounded and actually multiple different variations on that very routine. Then you learn a version that includes the box, so you can have the cards tucked away inside the box and still able to have access to that spectator's card. Now this is where it gets interesting and breaks away from the amVicious card. This is now a card steal, and this is where Victor leads into several different versions, including a rising card. Victor also goes over the mechanism of the gimmick, on how it works and how you can adapt it to your own personal style and performance requirements. Again, this is where I mentioned he goes over in great detail. He could just say load the card in like this and leave it to you, but depending on the way you want to perform, he gives you multiple different scenarios and variations on ways you can do it. Now, while this is built for an amVicious card style effect, it doesn't just stop there. This only is limited to your imagination. I know a lot of magicians say that, but the way this gimmick works, like I mentioned, you can do rising cards with this gimmick. So literally, this is going to explode and open so many doors of different routines and ideas that you can come up with. Now, Victor doesn't teach an amVicious style routine on this effect, only the one that you get with the gimmick, but that's actually pretty darn good because there's so many different amVicious card routines out there, including Daryl's, and I'm sure you already know one already. Now, this gimmick does need to be switched in and out of the routine if you want to perform with a regular deck to start off with or end with a regular deck. Again, this is a gimmick about the size of a deck of cards. But I know what you're thinking, oh no, Bo, I don't want to switch anything out. That's okay, my friend. Victor goes over again several different ways you can switch this gimmick in and out of play. One is an incredibly easy way to load it in, and I know a lot of magicians already load gimmicks in and out this way. But I know magicians also are sticklers for details, so he also offers another incredibly easy version that'll fly right past magicians as well. This is one thing I loved about this explanational video. Again, Victor didn't just give you the gimmick and say, this is how you do it, go off and do whatever you need to. He does that and then gives you several different ways you can do just that. Even down to the point when I was watching, I thought, Victor, I didn't even think of that, but thank you so much, and I'm going to perform it like that. Now, if you love amVicious style card routines or you love gimmicks that are super fun to play with, make sure you check out amVicious. That amVicious card that you can do with it is absolutely sensational and super fast. So if you're doing strolling, walk around, close-up magic, TV magic, social media magic, or even stage magic, and you want to take your spectators' minds and absolutely destroy them by taking your amVicious card to a whole new level, definitely check it out. Oh, look at these absolute champions. You guys are the best. It's true, I've Googled it. Now look, we need to take a break. I know, I'm so sorry, this episode is absolutely sensational, but we do need to do a giveaway. But before we get into today's giveaway, we need to find out who was last week's winner. So who will it be this week? Kablamo, baby! Congratulations, my friend. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. So if you could DM me on any of Murphy's socials, I'll get that prize straight out to you. Now on to this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the amVicious Magic Bundle, all you need to do is comment in the comment section below. If you could have any card put into the deck and appear on the top, what would it be? Would it be the 3 of clubs, the ace of spades, the 4 of diamonds? What would it be? Let me know in the comment section below. Then on next episode of Stumped, I'll draw a name out at random and you'll be announced on that episode. So, good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. It's where I go over absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. Now let's get into the question that you all are asking and you all want to know. Is the gimmick examinable? To a degree it is. The spectator can push the card inside the deck, so yes, in that way. Can they hold it and can they play with it? I wouldn't let them do that. It is a gimmick after all. However, having said that, if you want to switch the gimmick in and out for you having a regular deck at the start, them already handling the deck, spreading through the deck, whatever you want to do for your amVicious card routine, then you switch the gimmick in. Why would they want to inspect the gimmick when they've already handled the deck themselves and they don't even care about that? They want their card to be inspected because after all, they're going to be signing it, they're going to be checking it out and making sure that is legitimately their card. But it does look like a regular deck of cards. Victor actually goes above and beyond again in the explanational video where he gives you an idea to make it more realistic, if you will. If you're one of those magicians that are a stickler for detail, this is the idea that you want to incorporate into your gimmick. I honestly don't think it was needed. Spectators aren't going to be questioning the gimmick at this point. But again, if you're a stickler for details, you're going to love this little addition. You may be wondering about the angles and that I mentioned earlier on that you can perform this 360 degrees surrounded. Yeah, absolutely. Depending on which of the routines that you want to perform from the explanational video and the situation that you're in, again, Victor gives you several different options. The main routine itself, you can't perform 360 degrees surrounded because there are some things that the spectators are gonna see and you don't want to flash any of that. But again, Victor does cover you with that scenario. So he gives you a version where you can perform it surrounded. But again, if you're really worried about your angles and the situation you're in, that tuck case version where you load it inside the tuck box, that is absolutely perfectly clean. And again, your spectators aren't gonna see absolutely anything because that magic happens all inside the tuck case. Okay, so that's enough of me flapping my beautiful gums about this effect. Let's wrap it up into a tiny little package. Now, amVicious is the most direct amVicious card effect. A card is inserted in the deck and immediately rises to the first position. No move and no misdirection. As soon as the spectator or the magician pushes the card into the deck, the card jumps to the first position. amVicious is incredibly easy to do and feels like superpowers. The effect is so direct and so clean, your spectators will think they're hallucinating. Plus, what's more is you can repeat the effect as many times as you feel. There's absolutely no reset. Now again, included in this effect is the secret to perform amVicious, the tutorial explaining all the methods, and the amVicious card routine that you can do with amVicious. There's also an explanation on how to use amVicious on your own card routines, on how to extract the chosen card from the middle of the deck from the tuck case, and that rising card that you can do again with amVicious. And all of these containing several different handlings. Now amVicious is an important milestone in the famous amVicious card plot, and now it's available just for you. So if you want to see more on amVicious by Victor Zatko, make sure you check it out. There's a link in the description below right now where you can pick it up for $39.95, and you need a skill level of a beginner magician to do it. Now, my best friend, if you do have any questions on anything that you've seen in today's episode, please throw them down in the comment section below, but make sure you use the hashtag question time so I can find them amongst all the competition entries. Now you cutie patootie and my best friend in the whole entire world, get out of here, go enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow on a What's New This Week, on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more, or on Saturday for another free tutorial on Saturday Sorcery. Now take care, my friend. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.